Hi! Today I'm going to do a video which I've seen quite a few other people do, and I thought it would be quite interesting to do it, considering that I was going to do the K-pop album tag a while ago, and after many attempts I just kind of gave up with it because there was just never anything going right with it. So today I'm going to be doing my top 10 K-pop albums of 2014. So, to begin, at number 10 is a CD which I do not actually have physically, and that is actually GOT7's Got Love. Now, the thing with me and GOT7, it's a bit of a complicated relationship, because when they first debuted, despite I think quite a lot of people were rating the album, but me myself, I wasn't the biggest fan. Still not. I think there's maybe like one or two push songs from their debut that I liked, but very pleasantly surprised when they came out with A. And A is just such a good song. It's like such a feel-good song. It gets you feeling some type of way. It gets you feeling very happy and like makes you want to dance, and it is kind of like a summer song. So for the longest of time I really loved A, but it wasn't until recently a friend of mine, we were talking about GOT7, and she was like, well, have you heard this song from their other album? So it's like really different from A, but it's still really good, and it was Forever Young. And I listened to it and I fell in love with it instantly. So I was again very pleasantly surprised, because compared to their first album, I was like, okay, well, this is like completely different. Which, okay, I know, fair enough, it could be, but you know, sometimes you think that bands, they tend to go like the same kind of way, same kind of music, because I couldn't remember hearing something like Forever Young or A from their previous albums. So this is why it's at my number 10. And even I really like the remixes of A that's on the albums. So next at my number 9 is another album which I do not have, and that is Crucial Star's first full-length album, Midnight. Now, Crucial Star, he's a hip-hop, kind of R&B-ish artist. If I had to compare him to anyone, I would probably say he has like that kind of Drake vibe to him. But he is so good. I really love him. The thing, I wanted to pre-order this album, but at the same time I wanted to wait, because I knew that it was like coming up for what's the word? You know, like that time where all the season's greetings start to come out, and I was going to order one. And yeah, I've still not done that either. But yeah, this album, Midnight, is just so good. So many great tracks on there. He pre-released a song called Pretty Girl, and I listened to it on repeat like for weeks on end. It was so good. I think it's probably my favourite track from the album, but there's lots of other good tracks on there. Obviously, that's why it's my number 9. But you know, like there's Midnight itself, Limousine Dreams, Become a Man. I think there's like another one with Louis from Geeks. It's called Busy Man or something. That one's really good too. But yeah, so Crucial's at my number 9. Number 8, finally, an album that I have physically, and that's BAP's First Sensibility. This album, long awaited, BAP's first full-length album, because God knows how many releases they've had in between, but finally we got a full length, and it did not disappoint, I don't think anyway. I love that there's like all tracks on here are new tracks, because I think it was Block B's Blockbuster. I was really happy with the CD, but at the same time it kind of annoyed me that I'm like half of the track list were like songs which had already been released or instrumentals. But I mean like the new tracks that were on their album. But anyway, so I love that there's just like such a big like mix of tracks on here. And Angel, their title track, amazing. But you know, if you want to like compare like for instance Bang and Body and Soul, they're like complete opposites, totally. And I just think there's something on here for everyone. The only reason why I think maybe it's a bit further down is because I like some songs more than others, so it's not really an album that I'll like play it the whole way through and not want to skip through it. Like there is a couple which I'm less, it's not that I don't like them or I hate them or anything, it's just like I'm a bit less, and there's obviously some that I like more. So I think that's mainly the reason why it's at number 8. Otherwise I think it would probably be higher. And this was my first K-pop purchase of 2014. So yeah. Number 7, we have Taeyang's Rise. Not really much needed to say for this album, really. Like, if it would focus. There we go. Eyes, Nose and Lips. 1am, really good. Ring-a-ling-a, obviously. Love You to Death. So many good tracks on here, and I will say that this was the first Big Bang solo album I've ever bought, so that's got to say something. Although I'll confess that not long after I did buy G-Dragon's Coup d'etat, because it was on sale and it's a good album. And number 6, again another one which had potential to be further up, is BTS's Dark and Wild. Again, their first full length like BAP. Although they didn't wait as long as BAP. This is like a year and a bit after they've debuted. They brought their full length album out. Look, I don't know, I have this kind of weird relationship with this album because I love it, but I guess just not as much as School Love Affair. Like there are some songs on there that I do like more than others, and what I have to say about this album is when it first came out, I wasn't like, it took me a good few listens to get into it. Like there were some songs which I immediately just like, yeah, I was there for them, but it did take me like a good couple listens to get into it. And even then, there are still some songs that I'm a bit about. But I mean, BTS, they worked really hard on it, and I'm so proud of them, and it is a good album. Otherwise, you know, I love that they're so much involved with their music, like whether it's lyrics or producing the beats and things like that. It's just, they're really great. And I guess like I just like with the concept and seeing the photos and stuff, and it's good that there's like a variety, and the way that they did it, like it's kind of like after the interlude it changes up a bit, but with the concept I was just expecting, I guess, a bit more deeper songs, which there is, like Let Me Know and stuff, but you know, like the one about the cell phones and stuff. But anyway, so like I said, it had potential to be further up, but it's not. But I still love it regardless. Number 5 Yet another album I do not have. Oh, I really need to do like a haul, I guess, at this stage. But it is Loco's first full-length album. Again, how many first full-length albums are in this? But anyway, Loco's Locomotive. Loco, he is another hip-hop artist. He is a winner of, I can't remember if it's the first or second season. I think it might be the first season of Show Me the Money. And he signed under J Park and Simon D's company AOMG. Locomotive, oh god, it is such a good album, like seriously, so good. Not surprised because Gray produced a lot of the tracks on there, and Gray's just amazing producer. He has, I think the album is like mainly featurings. I think there's only like maybe one song with just Loco himself, which is You Don't Know. One of my favourite songs from the album, actually. But he also included a track from earlier on in the year, because this album only came out like maybe a month ago. Yeah, that's how good it is. Like a month ago it came out, and it's in my top 10. And that is Hold Me Tight, featuring Crush. And that song is just, oh my god, such a good song, seriously. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. It's so lovely. Has a really nice feel to it. But yeah, and I think Hold Me Tight was pretty popular when it was released with the public. But he included that on his album, which I was kind of happy about. Apart from that, all the other songs were new songs. And I actually really liked the title track of his album, which is called Thinking About You, and that's with J Park as well. But seriously, if you haven't listened, I would go give it a listen. Locomotive. I will definitely be buying that. Definitely. With sometime soon, hopefully. Oh, okay. Number 4. This guy, oh my god, Taemin's Ace. I was so proud of him, you know, as like a Shawol, and just, it's amazing how far he's come. Like, he's improved so much. He's improved so much to the point where he was able to go solo, like the first of his group to go solo, and he's the youngest one too, and I just think that's amazing, and I'm seriously so proud of him. I don't know how many times I can say that, but there is not a song on here that I do not like. I think like maybe the same with BTS, that like it took me a while to get used to some songs, but I still like them. I think my favourite is probably Play Me. But seriously, he really did himself justice, I have to say. And I really like how Danger, like, I mean, some people were complaining about it, or like complaining about comparisons and stuff, but I didn't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because I personally thought that Danger, both the song and the music video, had like a Michael Jackson feel to it. But I don't think that's like a bad thing to say. But I remember seeing lots of people in the comments like moaning about people comparing him and blah blah blah. But I mean, you're always going to get people like that. But so proud, really am. And to be honest, how can I say this? I'm not quite sure what I expected to come from his solo, but I was really surprised in a good way. So, and next up is Jonghyun, so I'm really super excited. I've been like checking back all the time to see if a pre-order's up, but it's not. but I think maybe because it's the weekend, so it'll probably come after the weekend. Number 3, I have Winner. Another full-length first album, debut album, may I add. And to be honest, I don't understand people's problem with this album. Like, I don't. I think for a group who just debuted to bring out a full album, and especially of this, like, standard, really, is amazing. The only thing I think that's maybe bad about that is that, like, they've kind of set the bar for themselves. So that's a bit... but all the tracks on here, so good. Seriously, and I'm glad that they took the time, rather than like debuting straight away, and took the time to put their all into this album. Again, like I think there's something here for everyone, and I'm especially happy that they let Mino have a solo song, which was more leaning towards like the hip hop side, because like Mino is really, really good at what he does. He is a great rapper. He has a really great voice. But the fact that none of these songs are really like that type of genre, so it's really good that they allowed him to do that. But I mean, you've got like your R&B-ish feels in Empty and Tonight, for example, and Colouring and Confession are more like your ballad types. Love Is a Lie and Don't Flirt are a bit more upbeat. Different and but yeah, I mean, a really, really great album, and I was so proud of them, and they did so well. I mean, you have to see as well from the point of view that the public, the Korean public, who apparently, from what I hear, they're not like that big into actual K-pop, but they were received really positively by them. So I think that says something. And that's Winners 2014 Spring Summer SS whatever at my number 3. Number 2, Bangtan, School Love Affair. This album could have been number 1. It probably was number 1 up until recently, but this album is so good. Oh my god, really, like, all these tracks. It is one of those albums that you can just listen to the whole way through. The only thing I also have to say about Bangtan, which it annoys me in a way, is that usually well, all the time really, their intros and outros are really good. But that is also kind of sucky because they're usually like maximum about 2 minutes long. And it's like, no, I want more, I want the full length. But School Love Affair came out almost a year ago now. Wow, that's crazy. But has one of my favourite Bangtan songs ever, which is Tomorrow. Suga is just amazing. Seriously, his lyrics, great. This one, Audio Suwanenji, a song which they do in like their Satori, which I absolutely love. I love Satori, and I love that Bangtan do songs in that, because not a lot of people, I think they're actually maybe the first, no, okay, maybe I've heard Simon D do something in Satori, but in Cypher Part 2, Boy in Love was a really good title track, and the follow-up, Haruman, I really like that. Actually, at first, Haruman, I wasn't too keen on it. Don't know why, maybe just because it's not the kind of sound that I'm used to from them. But after a few listens, I really, really grew to love it. But seriously, this album, so proud of them. So proud. Definitely an album that I think everyone should have. And we have come to the end, and we need to show my superstar for 2014, Epic High's Shoebox. Oh my god. Oh my god. This album, I don't even have words. Like, this album is so good, and I know I keep using the same adjectives, but honestly, it is actually like a work of art. Seriously, I have to. Sometimes I get this thing where I'll order albums, but I don't want to actually listen to all of the tracks until I have the CD physically, when I know that I'm ordering it anyway. And I did that with Shoebox, and to be honest, I'm really angry with myself that I did that, because I missed out on a lot of good listening time. It is just, oh, this is actually the album that you will put on and you can listen to it from the first track right through to like what, the 13th track or something, however many that there is. Okay, I'm not going to say and count them, but, and oh god, it and it's just so deep. It's got so much like meanings behind it, and there's like a bit for everyone again. And it has Tableau's version of Eyes, Nose, Lips on it, which love. But honestly, like, to be honest, I guess maybe the reason why I didn't want to listen to it as well until I got it was because I loved Born Hater so much. And I was kind of like, and then when I heard Spoiler, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is like completely different. Like, and at first, really, I don't think I really liked Spoiler, but now I do. Like, honestly, I'll put this CD on repeat, like the whole way through. I even made a copy of it for my car, because obviously you don't want to ruin the CD itself. But my god, I have to say, YG really did it this year. Like, their releases were top of everything, unbelievable. And I have no other words, honestly. This album is just, it really is, it's a masterpiece, and it was long awaited. But so yeah, when this came into my life, School Love Affair got kind of knocked down a peg by Epic High. But oh god, this album, seriously, if you've not listened to it, go listen to it. And I'm pretty sure if you listen to it, you'll want to buy it. Like, I'm buying it. Okay, well, she'll probably won't see this, but I'm buying it for my friend, and I'm actually really happy that I'm able to buy it for her. Like, I kind of feel privileged that I'm buying her this CD. I know it sounds stupid, but that's just the way it is. That's how I feel. Do I have a favourite song on there? Favourite song? Probably Encore and Lesson 5. And obviously Tableau's Eyes, Nose and Lips. Born Hater. Okay, I'm just going to end up going through all the track lists and saying that they're all my favourites, but yeah. So, these are my 2014 favourite albums. Yeah. So, thank you for watching. This is like really long. Oh my god, I talk so much rubbish. But if you managed to make it through to the end of the video, thank you for watching. Bye!